With the backdrop of the great Mount San Antonio and the floodlights beaming down onto the field, an epic backdrop sets the stage for the 3C2A Soccer State Championships. The women's teams of Chaffey and Folsom Lake College have fought valiantly to get here tonight, and we will see who has what it takes to get to Championship Sunday. Hello, everybody. I'm Emery Johnson, calling live here from pitchside here at Mount San Antonio College for the Bay Area Online Sports Network. We hope you guys are all in and ready to watch an epic showdown as we get set and ready to go. They are doing their final starter lineups as we speak out on the pitch, as you can see down on the field, and we are really excited. We haven't been here for 2 years, and there have been some upgrades around here at Mount San Antonio College, but nothing else is better than what we have directly in front of us. One of the most beautiful pitches in the 3C2A, a grass pitch, which is a little bit different than a lot of the schools, so you got to be really happy to see that. And we will get into the teams who are playing tonight. Of course, all of you know it is the Chaffey Panthers coming to fight against the Folsom Lake Falcons. Chaffey College is coming into tonight's match with a record of 21-1-3. They had one draw in the middle of the season, 3 losses total, but 21. 13 of those wins coming by way at home. One of those draws coming at home as well as the one loss, but away they also held a valiant 8-2 record. They're coached by head coach Grace Cooper and assistant coaches Daniel Fox and Cassidy Mount. And that will wrap our commentary up for Chaffey just for now. But now, Folsom Lake Falcons, let's talk about them for a little bit here. They have a record of 15-3-4. They drew 3 times this season. However, they have been a powerhouse as well. At home, 10-1-1. That is a record that you definitely want to be looking at as a happy feeling if you are Folsom Lake, if you are at home. But they have made the trip all the way down south from up above the Sacramento area, and they are going to be onto the field. Actually, they are on the field as of right now. They're coached by head coach Donnie Ribaudo and assistant coach Pat Powers, amongst a number of other coaches on their staff. I don't want to leave anybody out. Robert Gray, James Pierce, and Tio Delgado. And they are getting set and ready to go for the starting kickoff. And we will take a break for a second here, but you're watching the 3C2A Soccer State Championship here on the Bay Area Online Sports Network. Well, we have taken a brief break, and we finally have our starting rosters here in the booth, so that's something to be excited about. And joining me to my right side, our color commentator, Jose Duran. He has been the voice of the Spanish simulcast that we've done in the years prior, and I'm really excited to be in the booth right next to you. How are you doing, Jose?
Excited as can be. It's going to be a great night of soccer, and happy to be along your side. It's the first time calling game with you, so it's going to be a good one.
We have some time to work on our calling relationship, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear about us anymore. Let's give you the starting rosters for both teams as of right now. Folsom Lake, their starting 11. Reese Clark, she's going to be in goal. Number 2, Andrea Hernandez playing in the defense. Destin Armstrong, number 6, playing in defense as well. We have Addison Barnum playing in the midfield. Alexis Chavez playing as a forward, number 9. Number 10, Olivia Chimimenti playing forward. Number 11, Kamaya Yazi playing in the midfield. T. Reyes playing in the midfield as well, and Ashley Cunningham playing in the midfield, and Amia Ramos playing defense, and finally playing as a forward, Grace Pratt, number 25, and that's going to set the roster for Folsom Lake. If you are just looking now, Folsom Lake is going to be wearing the white uniforms as well as Chaffey College wearing the red uniforms with the red numbers, and that will be our cue to almost get kicked off. And quickly, in the goal for Chaffey College, Jessica Collins, number 0. Number 4, Julia Galdamez playing midfield. Number 8, Izzy Medina playing forward. Number 9, Sydney Cotter playing forward. Number 10, Monet Dedu, who does not have a position listed, but we are underway here at Mount St. Antonio College as Folsom Lake will kick the ball off, and it's immediately turned over here to Chaffey as we see an attack coming down the left side of the pitch. And things are already starting off a little bit erratic here. And a whistle from the referee will stop everything as it will reset, and we'll see what's going on. Jose, anything of note that you have to bring to the table here about these two teams? I talked briefly in the pregame about their records coming in and what they're going to be able to bring after 2 very long campaigns. As you know, the college season is a little bit longer than that high school season. A lot of these girls may have had, to make adjustments early on.
Sure. No, I think the Chaffey side, they have a core sophomore leading the team, right? So they have experience in terms of what they want to do, but more specifically speaking for Isis Medina and Sydney Carter, who will lead the team with 16 and 13 goals respectively. So it's going to be a great matchup defensively for both teams, and see if what they are able to go ahead and do so here in the first couple minutes.
An attack here down the left side. On the ball now is Ashley Cunningham as he tries to make a pass up towards the middle of the box, but that's going to be intercepted well in front, and a little bit of keep away being played here in the back line. Folsom definitely pressing the attack here, aside from the one shot on goal from Chaffey just moments ago. That was handled well by goalkeeper Reese Clark of Folsom Lake.
Both teams trying to get to know each other, too. It's early in the game. You saw a couple of imprecise passes from both teams. So first couple of minutes trying to see how they both settle in.
A long throw in here to the edge of the box, and that's just going to be headed towards the goal and handled well by Jessica Collins as she will hold on to it for a moment here and get ready to set up Chaffey's next attack potentially here as she'll go for the long kick towards midfield, and this will be picked up by the Falcons. Fight for the ball here at midfield. Ashley Cunningham passes it back to the defensive side. Destin Armstrong gives it away. Chaffey here on the attack. And a long pass all the way to Isabella Santamaria, who's going to send it to her own back line as well. Chelsea Bowen sends it back to her goalkeeper, Jessica Collins. And immediately I see, I have the sense that the Falcons are able to kind of muscle the ball away in the midfield. And maybe I'm correct, but attack here coming from the left side as this ball is tried to poke it over to the middle of the field and going to be stopped for a moment. The attack persists here for Chaffey. Taken away. Alexa Chavez sends it up the right side. Grace Pratt on the ball now. Trying to chip it up and over, and it's going to be handled by the defensive line. And as you see, some jarring going on between the front line of Chaffey as they're trying to fight for possession. Ball stays in bounds. Here they come along the right side. Again, well defended by Chaffey College. Ball sent out, Chaffey to throw in here.
Great crowd in hand. Great crowd. Cool night for us here in Southern California. It's going to get cooler as it goes, but some folks who are probably up north are saying that's not cool.
Yeah,
cold.
Not
What's
cold
that?
at all. Up in the Sacramento area, I was
yeah.
just working with some guys from that area, and it started the rain season, as they say, already. As we had a little bit here down in the south, and here comes Folsom Lake again on the attack. Here comes the cross. And that's going to be sent way and well out of bounds. I think it was off the mark, by a large margin, but I think a good cross to start things in for the Falcons. They have had a couple chances here, but they've never put a ball towards the net yet, and we are just over 5 minutes, so about 4.5 minutes into this game so far. And again, I think your first assessment is right. These teams are feeling each other out, trying to understand who's got strength in what parts. And the one thing that I think most notably is Folsom Lake, that they have the strength in the midfield, and it's a matter of Chaffey maybe being able to fight with that counterattack, and when they can get long passes up the field and potentially capitalize that way.
Yeah, definitely have what it takes here, Folsom, for in terms of, they are coming in as, the number 2 seed into this tournament. So they have to go ahead and make their mark into this one early, right? So they've been on the attack in terms of the first couple of minutes. They've settled in, but you're right. They have to go ahead and take a shot on goal to make a definite impact at this one.
Well, and Jessica Collins has been good so far. She just made a brave play a couple of moments ago. Coming out of the small box to make a pass, and here comes a pass forward as it was just a little bit too strong for Izzy Medina, and that was going to be handled by Reese Clark, and she has her first serious moment of bravery as she goes forward. Out of the safety of her net, and we have the attack coming from Folsom Lake here down the left side. Crossing pass in, but it's going to be just off the mark. Folsom Lake still on the attack. Here comes Chavez. Pass over to the right side. Dribbling into the box. Pass over the middle. Intercepted again. Leslie Adalpe. Great move to jump forward in this pass. Again, the pass coming forward, and the ball is staying in that attacking third of the field. Fight off the ball for Olivia Chimananti. And Grace Pratt is going to send it back to her midfield or her back line to maybe reset here. Chaffey now, and there's going to be a little bit of roughhousing by the way of Ashley Cunningham as she, I believe, pushed over Sydney Cotter. And that was, definitely a foul.
Cunningham's been active. We saw her just a couple minutes ago have a couple breakaways cutting through defenders, so it's going to be interesting to see her down the flank as she's been active defensively and offensively.
Yeah, she seems to keep wanting to push the attack there on that left side. Another dangerous ball kind of in that area, and with Chaffey, it's a question mark of how is their offense going to really develop their attack here. Outside of a few counters, it's been kind of questioning how are they going to design that attack, but so far Folsom Lake just seems like they're able to hold as the referee blows the whistle and the free kick coming for Folsom Lake.
Yeah, they're going to have to be sound defensively tonight just to sound off Medina as well as Carter. I mean, combined 29 goals in the season. So they've been held respectively quietly so far in the first couple of minutes, but it's going to be if they're going to be able to be sound defensively throughout the whole 90.
And a pass up the field again for Folsom Lake, but fought off the ball, and maybe this is a question of the midfield might be controlled by Folsom for right now, but the defensive line of Chaffey holding very strong with that back four. Ball out of bounds, and we will have a throw-in for Folsom Lake here. Well read.
And yeah, obviously, it's once both these teams, if they stay sound defensively, it's going to be to an error or some type of mistake that leads to one of the goals. So they're going to have to be completely not only sound defensively, but also very well aware of their surroundings throughout the whole 90.
Well, and Jose, you were here with us in 2 years ago when we were covering the state championship. And, I mean, the men's final was almost that to a T. It was down to, one errant pass in the last couple seconds of the game, and in the dying moments there was a header into the goal.
Right.
And my goodness. it was just, that's the drama that these games usually bring to the table. So
The drama and the intensity. We've seen it as well in the first couple of minutes here. So the intensity is high. Both these teams know what's at stake. But like you mentioned, they have to be on their toes the whole 90, right? Not just the first couple of minutes, the first 45. It's the whole 90 that ends up being decisive if you're going to end up being a champion or end up going home.
Chaffey now on the attack in the attacking third. It seems like every time that they've had the ball for a long time in this third, they've just not been able to put anything together. Here comes the cross over to Julio Galdamez. Shot from way out. Ooh. Right off the head. I couldn't see who actually that contacted with.
Yeah, it was off the defender and then a 50-50 ball clearance, but we heard all the folks here just shoot it.
Yeah.
And it was just exactly what she had to, but the defender got there, like we've been mentioning it. They've both been very sound in the back and deflection out of bounds.
Well, so far they have not been able to control it in the attacking half. Chaffey officially, according to the scoreline, being charged with one shot. It's not on goal. I think that was the one. A whistle. Chaffey will get the free kick here. Not quite in the danger zone. Just out, I would say outside of the danger zone of a free ball, but you never can know.
Just the right cross, the right height makes a difference.
Right combination here. Here comes the long ball in, and this has the height and length. Coming over for the header was Galdamez, but she was just off the mark there to the left of the post. Well, that looks a little bit better from Chaffey. The first couple moments, it seemed like, man, this is going to be Folsom controlling the ball in the middle, and now Chaffey seems to have found that groove.
Yeah, after the start of the game, right? We saw a giveaway from Folsom. Seems like Chaffey was going to come up showing the pressure. They sent themselves back, and now it seems like they've kind of settled themselves into this one.
Clark sends the ball here deep into midfield. Here comes Folsom Lake on the attack. T. Reyes trying to make a move forward. She does. The ball is free, but there's going to be one defender in the way, and that's going to be Chelsea Bowen. Sending it back to her goalkeeper, Jessica Collins, who's debating where to put the ball now. Here on the right defense back. And much better passing from Chaffey now, as we are under 35 in the first half. Oof. And here comes the quick attack from Chaffey, and this is what we were talking about, what they should be a little bit concerned of. Sydney Cotter on the ball now, makes a move, coming back, and sends a pass back to her midfield, maybe a little bit of a reset here. Oh, and a nutmeg. Julia Galdamez sends a shot towards goal, and it's over the goal. My goodness. And the first serious shot on goal comes as quickly as that counterattack, Jose.
We're awake, the crowd's awake, and what a shot and what a save.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you felt the attack coming. You know, it was building up for a minute, and Galdamez just, my goodness, what a move. And I think she had the right decision there. I really believe Reese Clark was not expecting anything, and she makes an incredible save as here comes the corner.
Yeah, great shot, better save.
Yeah, my goodness. Well, we have two highlight moments for each player. My goodness. Here comes the cross in from the corner. On the ball, now it's free. Shot towards goal and just right. And the referee is going to say goal kick, but that was another dangerous moment for Chaffey, and they have now added two more shots on goal, and my goodness. Look at that. It was a shot in from Chloe Rodriguez. I mean,
We've been asking throughout the broadcast the first couple of minutes, when is Chaffey's going to show up? When are they going to show up? And the last couple of minutes, I mean, they've been knocking on the door, and they're not ahead of this one by inches.
No, this game has. I think they've started to feel out exactly what Folsom is giving them on the defensive side. And here's a short pass to the right side. I don't know if that was the right decision from Clark, because this is going to put the ball immediately back into the offensive half of the field for Chaffey, but it's given away, and now Folsom Lake has some decisions to make with how they want to get this ball out of here. I mean, if I reach back to my days of playing soccer, I would be hearing clear it from the line almost immediately just to get the pressure off of our defense.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, and a strong tackle. My goodness. Cotter made a great move there to get possession of the ball. And Chaffey.
Teams fall in love with the possession.
Yeah.
Trying to keep the possession, and sometimes it's just clear it, get it out.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be fighting for that when you're in a poor position. And look at almost the entire team here from Chaffey is now pressed up outside of 2 defenders and the goalkeeper. As this ball is going to be out of bounds, and we have another corner kick coming in, and Chaffey will have another opportunity to send across. And my goodness, after the last attempt, Folsom's got to be very conscious about where that ball is landing when it's free.
It's like they sense the fear, almost, right? It seems like they have them on their toes completely, but not quite sure what Folsom wanted to do in terms of clearing the ball out of the danger zone, and it leads up to a corner kick.
Get it back to the midfield where you can actually control the ball and potentially have some, safety. Right now, this is all Chaffey on this side of the field. Here comes the cross in now, into traffic, header in towards goal, and the first goal is scored by Chaffey College. Oh my goodness!
Mayhem here, and 1-0 for Chaffey.
1-0 is the scoreline as we have dipped down under 15 minutes in the first half. We'll watch it again. And this is exactly what I was talking about. In the free space, you got to make sure you know where the ball comes in. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was Chelsea Brown. And it was. Shots on goal, one goal for Chelsea Brown.
Oof.
And the Chaffey fans going crazy around here. And if you look at the stat line, it's 5 shots on goal from Chaffey, 0 from Folsom Lake thus far in the game. 2 on goal, and that is 1 goal. My goodness.
The soccer gods are going to give you if you go ahead and play the way Chaffey's been playing the last couple of minutes. They've been playing well. You saw defensively. They've been touching the ball very well, switching, sending great through ball. So the gods, the soccer gods that is, are able to go ahead and give the 1-0 lead here so far.
Well, a beautiful goal to start things out, and that's the first goal, if I'm not mistaken, of the 3C2A Women's State Championship for soccer. And Chaffey has now written their names into the history books. Attack again here from Chaffey as a tough fight for the ball is happening down the right side. Here comes the cross. Maybe another chance for a shot on goal, and this one just ran into, and we have another corner kick coming in, taking that shot. I believe was Izzy Medina, but oh, man.
Yeah, great stuff from Maya Ramos last minute, able to go ahead and put her body there to deflect that into a corner kick. If not, we're possibly talking for sure a shot on goal and a 2-0.
Yeah. Reese Clark has had her work cut out for her so far tonight. This one headed away, and the free ball is sent towards the left side of the field. As we will see how Chaffey chooses to reset here. Bowen on the ball now. She was the goal scorer coming from the back line. Here comes a shot on goal. Clark able to collect this one, no problem. And here comes the kick towards midfield, and this is exactly what we're talking about. Get it to midfield and at least give your defense some time to collect and figure out where they can go and to help defend better. A little bit of an errant kick, but it worked out as a touch pass. Here comes the attack along the right side, and we have a ball. It is on sides, still in play, and it's going to be collected by Collins. And making that attack down the right side was Grace Pratt, and I think she had the right idea there, but she almost gave up too early.
I mean, a couple of bounces here went Folsom's way, but they have to keep their head composed into this one like they are now. Now they're having possessions, now they're getting the feel and able to breathe a little, because if not, then this one could get away and it could get ugly early.
Fight for the ball here in midfield, and I think this is the game that Folsom needs to play, is a little bit more organized here in midfield. Retain that collection of the ball and just don't let it get any momentum going towards goal, because at this point it seems like Chaffey just has this deadly attack.
And here they come again.
Here comes Chaffey again along the left side. And Kamaya Yazzie on the ball now, and she's going to go to the turf, as we'll get a whistle for a free kick. And now we were talking about maybe a little bit too far, and I was completely wrong for a free kick in towards the box. I think this is well within the striking distance of Chaffey College here.
Oh, yeah, within distance. They've already gotten this goal off a header, so these are dangerous plays in terms of Folsom's, what they have to do defensively.
I believe on the ball now is Rivias. This ball long into the middle of the box and going to be headed away I believe, by Folsom Lake as we'll get set for another corner kick here.
And they don't look comfortable.
No.
In the first couple of minutes after the goal as well, they seem like they can't get the ball cleared away, and when they do, they're right back on their side of the field. So hopefully for them and for the folks here following Folsom, they don't go down 2-0 here.
Yeah. I would say the 1-0 right here feels a little bit more comfortable. If you give up that second goal here in the first half, it's a lot more intimidating looking at the score. And, a little bit of jostling. If I'm not mistaken, that was Mia Ramos there, number 23, and I can't see who she was tussling with, but that was a fight for the ball, and I think we'll get a free kick here from Reese Clark. My goodness.
Yeah, we'll get physical out there.
Yeah?
We'll get physical out there, and these two teams know what they want to do, what the goal is, and they're going to do anything that it takes to go ahead and get that. And rustle and get the ball in the back of the net any possible way.
Another ball out of bounds here. Folsom Lake just cannot retain possession, and I don't know if it's listed on my live stat sheets, but I would love to have time of possession listed. I don't believe it is.
Well, for the first, what we call it, let's say 5 minutes, it seemed Folsom was on the attack, but we mentioned it early in the broadcast too. It's the shots on goal. They didn't have any. It seems like they don't have any so far. So it's getting their way out of the defensive habit that they are right now, and being able to breathe a little.
Well, Isabella Santamaria, she was on the ball there for a second, but she knocked it out of bounds, and this, again, off the legs of Chaffey. So it will be back to a throw-in for Folsom Lake in their defensive third. And you got to wonder, where are these passes going for Folsom Lake? It's almost like there's no organized plan for keeping possession of the ball. It's more of a just keep away at this point by just throwing it up into the air. But Chaffey on the attack again. Here comes a nice little pass into the box. Along the left side, here comes a little chip over. And I think a little bit too much there on the shot as it's over the goal.
And sometimes, like you've mentioned, they haven't been able to go ahead and set themselves and get some type of rhythm going after those 5 minutes that they had earlier in the game. And they try to do it here with the short passes and trying to touch the ball coming out playing. But there's sometimes around the games where you have to go ahead and just clear that out and get you able out down the field and get something going.
Well, get it a little bit stretched out. It's so condensed. Here comes Chaffey on the attack again. A shot towards goal, and it's over goal. And that was Sydney Cotter making another shot, and I think that's her first shot of the day, but she has been involved in the passes towards the box, and my goodness. Just another dangerous moment, exactly what you're saying, Jose. Just try to stretch out the field a little bit more, and that was, I mean, that's a dangerous area to have that ball free. She had no defenders in front of her. Yeah,
definitely lucky that they're not up 2-0 here as Armstrong gives that ball away, and this is what they're needed. They're not able to go ahead and come out touching, is get up on the opposite side, and they're able to go ahead and break away.
So control in the middle now by Folsom as they're holding onto the ball, but a dangerous pass there. Maybe they can string a couple passes together just to retain some possession for some time. Long pass up the middle, intercepted in the middle again. Chaffey back on the ball. It just seems like a tough battle in that midfield, and here comes the whistle.
Entertaining one, though.
Yes, very much so.
22 minutes left. We had about 20 minutes gone by just like that, and 1-0. So we got the most invited guest that we wanted to be here is Mr. Goal, and hopefully get more.
He has showed his face for now.
Yeah.
May I potentially get a famous Jose Duran golazo call?
We better see a golazo here.
Okay, we better
see a golazo. I mean, we almost saw one get it taken away. We got a great goal, but we got to see a golazo.
For those of you who don't know what I'm referencing, which I would imagine nobody is, if you go back 2 years ago on SoCalCollegeSports.com or SoCal College Sports on YouTube, we have the archived game footage of the state championship a couple years ago, and the Mount Sac call. Listen to the Spanish simulcast, because I'm telling you, I get fired up listening to it.
It was just what we talked about, right? It's just the last minute. I mean, leading up to the goal, it was the intensity, what was going to happen, and then just the way they finished that half goal, almost half chilena. You know, great call. Hopefully we see something similar here tonight.
Well, and a little bit too strong of a tackle. Yeah. Watch this. Now you can't make that step inside, as Andrea Hernandez not quite able to poke the ball away. But I think she did a good job there defensively of just making sure she's a big body in the way, and you know, don't allow Chaffey to continue to build up that momentum going towards the goal. Though this is a tough spot, as we will see. I believe Chelsea Bowen. Here comes the shot towards the goal. It's on the edge. Header in, and a beautiful job containing the ball as Reese Clark, as she's able to handle the save there. Throw along the right side, and Folsom Lake is going to try and start their counterattack here, but I don't know if they are quite with the momentum or the speed here, and this ball is given away in the attacking third again. Here they come. Here she comes. This is Izzy Medina along the left side, passes it back towards midfield. Along that left side, Chaffey seems like they're almost just doing at will whatever they want with the ball at this time, and a little bit of a tough pass too long. Sydney Cotter not able to get to it in time, and I think this is a good idea to clear the ball out, as we will see Chaffey throw the ball in here and stop that momentum that is coming from the attack. Throw in for Folsom Lake now.
Well, we've seen a couple of free kicks, corner kicks. It's obvious what they've practiced throughout the week, and it's just sending that long ball through to the second post and see if they could get either a header that sends that back into play or put it in the back of the net.
Folsom on the attack here, and just a little bit too much as the ball will continue to move, but just too much as it heads out of bounds, and we'll have a throw-in for Chaffey. And the sun is now finally, I think, starting to set deep here, and we will start seeing the lights affect a little bit more change on the pitch.
Great sunset, great day overall here in Southern California, and we're leading up to some Friday Night Light soccer here.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't get much better than this. Here comes Folsom Lake along the far side. This ball stays in bounds for now, and it'll be a throw-in for Chaffey. And one thing I think we can say without a doubt, the looming mountains of Mount San Antonio College and the Angeles National Forest is just in the backdrop here, and it could not be a more epic backdrop.
No. So for the folks here watching literally in the front row,
yes,
they get a view of not only an amazing game, but an amazing view of those mountains.
Yes.
Love it.
T. Reyes on the ball along the right side. It's a fight. Here comes the cross in. Maybe the first chance for a shot on goal. Still under possession, and the defense of Chaffey just excellent in that back line, as they will retain possession for now, but it will be back to the defensive line of Folsom Lake as they have started applying pressure and more numbers forward. As you see with the attack, they only have one defender back. Touch pass across the middle, but it just runs into a bunch of bodies from Chaffey College. I think, if I'm counting this right, is it 3 back for Folsom Lake, and they're playing 5 in the middle? It's 3-5-2.
Yeah, it looks like it, and they're having Cunningham play almost as if a left back / hiding as a winger, especially when she's coming out of the attack.
Yeah, I think the attack might be coming from her, but it's honestly hard to say at this point. Well, yeah. Jessica Collins, who just kicked the ball out of the goal, she's had a very quiet first half of this half here. As Chaffey is back onto the attack. And I think that's honestly a good thing if you're the goalkeeper. I like not having a lot to do. Oh.
She didn't follow that run, Medina.
Yeah. Medina, I think she had the right idea. She just didn't follow it all the way down into the corner.
A great idea, great run, and you could tell that they have that connection, that 1 and 2 give and go, but it just wasn't read there like they wanted to, and it's going to be a throw in here for Folsom.
Folsom with the free kick now.
Great header one.
And just a tough fight for the ball again here in the midfield. I think Folsom Lake may have found their rhythm here as they've had a couple scary moments in this first part of the first half. Attack stifled for now. Timed well, and maybe a chance for a ball on sides as this one is attempted to cross over, and now Folsom Lake will have a corner kick as their team is trying to collect themselves on the offensive side of the field.
That's just a one-goal lead. Goal gets this one right. They get them right back into the game. But we're seeing a lot of the ball just bouncing here, bouncing there. They need to go ahead and control the ball, put it on the ground, get the ball rolling on the ground rather than in the air. But anything could change you off the corner.
One thing that I really like that Chaffey has done in adjustment is they've made nice little touch passes to each other.
Yeah.
Keep it organized, keep it calm, and don't make too much of it, right?
Yeah.
Don't force it out. It's just nice and easy. Don't try to make any passes that you know you aren't going to make, and don't rush anything, certainly. Here comes the cross into a crowd and with a chance on goal, and it's going to be headed out and away as Folsom will try to retain some sort of possession here, and they do down towards midfield as the ball will be sent back into the midfield and, well, attempting the attack here. And a Folsom, again, with these long passes forward that really don't seem to be finding anybody. Well, they are finding somebody. It is a Chaffey player.
Yeah. Just not the player they want to go ahead and get. We saw just clearly right here as well. The option is just to be clear, shorter pass. They're going for the long, and it's giving it back to Chaffey.
Cunningham in a fight for the ball. Sent back towards midfield, and here it comes. Maybe Chaffey on the attack again as they go for the counter. This one a little bit too strong, as it appears Mia Ramos is going to send it back to her goalkeeper, and Reese Clark is going to have a chance to collect it and send it away. And she does, towards midfield, but intercepted well by Chaffey as they try to continue to build some sort of momentum as this ball will be sent out of bounds, and I believe Chaffey will have a throw in here.
How about these fields? Beautiful soccer field here that they're playing. Both these teams are playing in. Great atmosphere. The ball's going to roll perfectly. No excuses for anything. This is just a great weather, not only for, weather-wise for soccer, but it's also the pitch is just perfect for a state championship.
I've played on golf courses with worse turf than this. I mean, this is. I'm reaching down and feeling it because I'm right here on pitch side, and it's like I could lay on this. This is soft.
Soft. You could take a nap. But for now, we're looking for a golazo.
Yeah, we're looking for one more. Just something, maybe an equalizer. I don't know. Of course, I might give the broadcaster's curse, but Reese Clark able to collect it here, so no danger for Folsom as they'll try to do a full reset and get their team into the offensive half again. The corner kick was a positive mark here, but again, just being able to retain possession as we might have some momentum forward, and we do. Here comes the attack along the right side here from Folsom Lake. Here she goes along the right side. Ball still is inbounds. Fighting towards the middle. A nice little touch pass, and here we go. This looks a little more organized and exactly what we were thinking. Barnum with the pass along the left side, looking for Cunningham, but that was just well off the mark, and it will be cleared away as Chaffey will now keep possession of the ball for now.
And Folsom seems just to not have that final touch in the final third. Here comes a counterattack.
That looked way better, though.
Yeah.
Here comes the counterattack along the right side. Medina on the ball here on the right side of the box, kicked in towards goal, and that's going to be handled well by Clark. But another dangerous moment for Chaffey, and my goodness, Izzy Medina.
Yeah. There's a reason why she is leading the team in goals, and what great stuff from Cunningham. She's able to go ahead and get a deflection and stop that from being a possibly 2-0 lead.
Cunningham has been really doing a lot here. As you see, look, she's shifted back to that midfield defensive position. She's not really pushed up on the left side. She's staying in that back line, and that might be the extra person they need just to sustain that back line of pressure. But when you do that, you take away another attacker, as it looks like we have 3 up front and 3 in the middle now for Folsom Lake.
They must have seen what Medina was doing here up the flank and what she continues to do. She's putting herself in great positions, making those great runs. They put Cunningham there, shadowing, and when they're in the offensive, open up and join the offense.
Well, as it stands right now, the stat line is Leslie Adalpe with 1 assist, and the goal that has been scored today is Chelsea Bowen. The lone goal scored here in the first half so far. Folsom Lake looking to maybe get an equalizer here as we go into the final 10 minutes of the half. Fight for the ball here in the corner, and I'm surprised. I thought the last touch. No, my mistake. I think wisely, should I say, Chelsea Bowen kicks the ball out of bounds, and there will be a throw-in almost from the corner here for Folsom.
Yeah, I know. As the time has gone, Chaffey, they have a 1-goal lead, but that could evaporate in an instant. So they haven't done enough, I would say, to put themselves in a position to extend that lead. It's completely even, 10 minutes out, and they're only up by 1.
Yeah, you know, what is it that they say, though? The most dangerous lead to have in soccer is a 2-0 lead. 1-0.
They're keeping themselves from that.
Yeah, maybe they're just don't get too confident yet. Yeah. Folsom Lake still looking for that equalizer. This ball is on sides. Maybe a good opportunity. They have numbers coming forward. A pass over the middle of the box. The ball is tied up in between feet, and my goodness, Jessica Collins just lays down and holds on to it.
You know, she did everything right up until the last second. I think if she's a stronger, harder pass on the ground, it gets to her intended player, but it goes not the hardest pass, and the defender is able to go ahead and cut that off.
Ball hit out of bounds, but if we have a chance for a replay, I would like to see that last couple seconds here. We'll go into it now. I'll keep you updated, but just watch how this play develops. This was really good here from Folsom Lake. They back up, they set their offense, and then they start moving forward on sides, and you just see just misses it.
With the defense as well.
Yeah.
The defender gets
collapse onto the ball.
Right, and she read it perfectly, exactly what she was going to do, and cuts that off right before they get a shot on goal.
Jessica Collins, of course, wisely, she gets down, gets on top of the ball, and doesn't let it get away from her in space. And a whistle, and this will be an offense, or definitely a well-deserved whistle. I don't believe that Cunningham meant anything malice by it, but onto the ground, I believe, went Monet Dedo, and we will have a free ball here.
Danger.
Yeah, in the danger area from Naomi Rivas. Rivas on the free kick. This is deep into the box, into the back corner. Here comes the header in over the top of the goal. And a potentially 2-0 could have been the scoreline, but we will hold off just for now. That was almost perfectly placed from Rivas.
Naomi Rivas, just look at this cross. Goes perfectly curved, perfect distance, the height, and it goes exactly where she wanted it to go.
I mean, it doesn't get any better. That's just slightly to the left side of the box.
Yeah, better header. We're talking about a different completed game, and these are the opportunities that you don't want to go ahead and squander. If you're Chaffey, you want to go ahead and put them in the back of the net, get as much of a safety lead as you can, and they possibly have an opportunity here once again.
Well, we were just seeing a free kick from Rivas. And I'm trying to see who is on the ball currently, and I think it's Adalpe who will be taking the free kick here. She will be. And this is definitely in the danger zone.
Players in the box for Chaffey.
Free kick from Adalpe. This one's towards the goal and over the goal. I think just a little bit too much than she wanted on that one.
I'm not sure if the best option was to, I mean, they've been having success on the cross looking for a header, if that was a better option, but she's on the field and she saw a clear opportunity.
Intercepted again here by Chaffey, and the ball is not free in the defensive third. And here comes another free ball, kicked in and blocked well by Clark. Here comes the cross again, and now the defense has done their job, but not for now. Here comes a shot towards goal, and it's just wide of the post. Oh. 3 shots towards the goal, and brave goalkeeping from Reese Clark. My goodness.
I mean, we've talked about the difference being just those defensive errors that are going to be the difference between moving on and not, and we saw it here. Another defensive error from Folsom. Shot just goes wide.
Yeah, shot wide from Adalpe, but my goodness, that was very close. Chaffey's doing a great job of reading the ball, the free ball from the goalkeeper. And here comes potentially a counter here for Folsom if they can organize it. It is not. Intercepted well by the back line. Monet Dodo. Off to Medina. Medina along the right side, potentially across in this time, and this is just wide of the goal. I think she wasn't able to get all the way around the ball. But my goodness, this attack has just been so prolific. The stats right now, let's take a look just for now. 13 shots on goal, 0 for Folsom Lake, but 13 coming by way of Chaffey, and 5 of those have been on goal for Chaffey. You're asking your goalkeeper to start doing a lot for you.
I mean, the stats speak for themselves, but they have to extend the lead.
Medina makes a great move across the middle. Here comes the touch pass. Oh, my goodness. Clark comes out.
Medina's been active tonight.
Comes out of the 8-meter box just to handle the ball. She does. We have almost 5 minutes remaining here in this first half. And another free ball won by Chaffey. This one's sent up towards the moon, and we'll have a whistle. And I believe it was number 10, Monet. She had her hands up for a second on the whistle, but I think she understood very well what she just did there to warrant the whistle.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you can drape your hands all the way over the shoulders of the person you're fighting for the ball with.
More times than not, you hear that famous whistle and go the other way.
Yeah. Under 5 minutes remaining here in the first half, and it has been everything but boring.
Yeah, exactly. Even though it's just the 1-0 lead, it's been completely back and forth. We've seen some actions for Folsom, but it's been all Chaffey in terms of efficiency so far tonight.
Wow, great job of staying on the ball here for Folsom as they will try to keep it here in midfield, and here comes the attack along the right side, and this will just be off the head and a throw-in coming here for Folsom. Maybe they can put some numbers forward in the last dying minutes of this half.
It's right now. Right now, when then teams leave their guard down, they think they're going to go ahead and head defense to the half with the lead. So it's right now or never to go ahead and strike and see if they're able to go ahead and get a tie.
Chaffey back on the ball. Dedo, pass over to Medina. Medina along the right side. Does she have a magical moment here in the dying moments of the first half? Here comes the shot. No, it was a slide tackle from Mia Ramos. And my goodness, that could not have been at a better time. What a great job defensively from Ramos. Holy Toledo.
Yeah, we've been talking about Medina throughout the whole broadcast, but defensively on top of Ramos, we look just the timing of the tackle.
And watch the placement of this. She keeps Medina outside of the box and just gets her foot in there and sends it away. That is very good defensive work for Mia Ramos.
Textbook, just the way you're supposed to go ahead and slide tackle.
Oh, beautiful.
Outside part of the foot.
Here comes the cross in. Another dangerous cross. This one gets away. Chasing after it now is Cotter. Cotter along the left side. Oh, another good move. And Monet Dudo.
She's been great as well tonight.
She has been really good. Yeah. She's kind of been all over the field as well.
Yeah.
Touch pass forward here from Folsom. A little bit too much and fighting onto the ball on sides. Maybe a chance here. This is on the ground. No whistle, and there will be no penalty. But that was a dangerous place for a slide tackle. As Chaffey. Maybe a chance to counterattack here. Oh, and a great move. Alexa Chavez handles it. Pass forward. Another dangerous moment. The ball is free. Here comes Sarah Reyes. Shot turns around. No goal. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, wow. Well, on both sequences, we're seeing just the mistakes and the errors just being costly. And not only that, the game of soccer is quick.
Oh.
Quick. And you're going back and forth. And just like that, their first shot of the game.
Yeah, and my goodness, that was a very good one.
Yeah.
A dangerous moment here, and Jessica Collins able to get away for now without any serious moment dangers until then. We are almost under 1 minute remaining here in the first half, and we are officially now. The clock stops at 2 minutes here in the actual venue, but we have the luxury of being on television, and we make up the game as we go along. Remember, this is all scripted, everybody.
Everything that you see here. No, but even so, we're seeing something from Folsom.
Right.
They're breathing. They seems like they're back to life, and they're, of course, as soon as they say that.
Well, maybe just a little bit too excited there. That's the way I look at it. You know what? I like, at least there was a pass with an open person to receive it. It was just a little bit too much, but that's something I think can be fixed.
Yeah.
Here comes the throw-in, and maybe a little bit of pressure. No. Folsom desperately trying to find a way to figure out this defense of Chaffey, which has been so strong in the midfield. Potentially another counterattack here as we'll see the defenders turn their backs and start running towards the ball. And I think she had no choice other than sending it out of bounds. We are now officially in stoppage time. I don't believe there would be too much.
No. Haven't seen that much time being wasted. It's been a clean game in terms of no yellow cards or those sorts that waste time. And other than a couple of free kicks here and there, should be that much time.
Chavez on the ball, pass forward. Just a little bit too strong, but here comes Grace Pratt. She's on the ball. Turns around, gets it to Barnum, and Barnum to Cunningham. Cunningham, pass back up to Pratt along this left side, and I think this is a connection that might be working here as we will see who's throwing it in. And the line judge here. Throwing Chaffey, and that's going to be the end of the first half. 1-0 the scoreline. Chaffey, 1 goal by way of Chelsea Bowen. And my goodness, it's been an exciting first half. We will get halftime stats and everything to you in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the the men's and women's soccer state championships here on the Bay Area Online Sports Network.
As we are back here from Mount San Antonio College, ready for what will be the second half. Entertaining first 45 minutes to have Chaffey on top 1-0 over Folsom. Entertaining back and forth for the first 45 minutes, but efficiency has been the name of the game here so far tonight. 1-0 lead could evaporate and a heartbeat, as we know here in soccer. We discussed it earlier as well, 2-0 being the worst lead that you could have here. But if you're Chaffey, you want to go ahead and get to that 2 lead that potentially closes it out with a 3-4. And as you keep going, we'll close it out earlier tonight. But either way, we are almost underway here under the lights in Mount Sac. A beautiful night here in Walnut, California that has this one so far. Heading in Chaffey's way, the folks down from Rancho Cucamonga. But beautiful goal scored by Chelsea Bowen off a corner kick. We've seen that as part of the efficiency so far from Chaffey. They've worked on the corner kicks. They've worked on that throughout the night. And so far, it's worked for them for a 1-0 lead here in Mount Sac. Right. Waiting for a couple of instructions and we're ready to go. We're back. Every.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I officially look like a marshmallow.
Wish we could have done that play-by-play of you going out there and getting that jacket and all that stuff.
I think I just ran an entire half's worth of football in about 10 minutes.
Love it.
I have 4 jackets on. It is officially cold here at Mount San Antonio College.
It's the night. It's cold. We're feeling it. I mean, you know how it is, though. Once you're on that field, if you're feeling it right now.
I think I'm very warm right now.
It's as warm as it can be on the field.
Well, Folsom Lake certainly hoping that Chaffey might have also gotten a little bit cold while sitting there at halftime. But here comes the counterattack from Chaffey, and the ball is still in possession for now, as it is handled well.
They got to get ahead and
by Reese Clark.
Erase those mistakes completely if they want to go ahead and get out of here with a win tonight. Or if not, this could go ahead and be as costly to them as it was earlier in the first half with that error that led to the goal.
Absolutely. Folsom will have the throw in here in the attacking third. So certainly some ways how they want to start.
I'm excited for the second half. Excited for the second half. Excited for what's to come. It's going to be a great 45 minutes of soccer, and it's up for anybody if they want, whoever wants it.
Almost 2 minutes away here in the second half. And remember, this is very consequential. It's win or go home.
Yeah.
This pass back to goalkeeper Jessica Collins. As here comes Chaffey again along the right side. A fight for the ball, and still retaining possession is Medina. Pass back to Cotter. Cotter. Touch pass over. Folsom does well to get possession again. Oof. Oh, coming in from the challenge. Here we go. Maybe Folsom on the counter. And will they be able to build momentum? Long pass along the right side. Maybe a little bit too much, but it was not. Pratt on the ball now. Makes a move. Going towards the center of the box. She's going to take a shot with her left foot into the box, and it is right into the hands of Jessica Collins. But that was a beautiful shot, and that's exactly what I think Folsom Lake needs to start doing, is running their offense in a similar manner. That was very good.
Yeah, great stuff. Great run. Great set of play. And what we didn't see so far, at least in the first 40 minutes of the game, was a consistent shot on goal. They had it there, and hopefully for them, they're able to go ahead and get more of that. It was a great play. I think it was Barnum running down that midfield, creating that offensive spark for Folsom. More of that, and we're possibly talking 1-1.
Right. That was very close, and it was a well played. Not well played. Okay, let me correct myself. The shot wasn't necessarily well placed. However, it was well taken.
Yeah.
With that left foot, there was a lot of power there. It was just, I think, a little bit off the mark. Pass towards the near side. Here comes the ball into the middle. Still a fight for it.
That was defended very dangerously. try to chest it down, but those swings of the arms could be costly as it could be called the PK. Referee says play on.
Certainly not the area you want to get a whistle blown against you. This pass a little bit too long, but look at the speed of Chaffey. And I believe that was Medina. As they're looking for a whistle, you can hear the hoots and hollers from the Chaffey fans as they thought the tackle was from behind. Well, and brave defending here from Folsom as Chaffey has yet to really apply any serious pressure, but that was a dangerous moment, certainly. No whistle yet. Referee says play on. Chavez. Long pass along the right side. Are they going to try it again? Pratt on the ball again. She has the ball on the outside of the box. Makes that move with the left foot. Here it comes. Crossing shot over and just a little bit too strong. But my goodness, that's the second time she's turned around and done that. The first time, obviously, we just saw it was towards the goal. This was a little bit more of a setup.
Yeah.
I think maybe a pass towards the edge of the box or towards the edge of the goal.
I almost feel like she should have been a little bit more selfish on that one. She does a great run. She does the exact same cut that worked to perfection the first time. Maybe a second shot, but either way, she sent a cross in and nothing out of it. But I like it. I like it so far. What I've seen is from Folsom. We could tell that whatever shot they had in the break is working for them so far here in the first couple minutes.
This is clearly the right adjustment, and I think it's wise. You know, they're not getting too much out of their comfort zone here. They're still playing within, you know, the normal positioning of everything. And here they come again on the attack. They're holding possession of the ball, and here comes the pass again. Pratt trying to keep possession, and it comes out of bounds. Just a little bit too much of a touch there.
Not really, Chaffey. You have to go ahead and keep the same gameplay that you had in the first half. The way they controlled. You'd want to go ahead and set yourself defensively back way too early and park that bus. There's a whole 40 minutes left in this one, so it's way too early to go ahead and start playing defensive mind games here.
Throw in from Guzman. Fight for the ball. Out of bounds. Pratt's wasn't able to get on it, but here it comes from Reyes. Reyes on the ball now. She's over the middle of the box, and this is a touch pass. Just a little bit too strong, but she's got the ball still. Just fought off by the Chaffey defense, and that's that defensive line, again, of Chaffey that's just been so strong. And they've been brave in moments where they've been called to be brave.
Yeah.
You know, just stepping a little bit farther than where your defensive line is just to make that play, and they've timed them well.
As we see there.
Yeah. Oof. Pass a little bit too late, too short. Chaffey now in a battle to keep possession on the defensive side, and they do well, but here comes Folsom again. Oh, well done. Oh, referee. Advantage goes to Chaffey there.
That's 6 minutes gone by here so far, and it's been all Folsom. We haven't seen so much of Chaffey for here in the second half, but that could change in a heartbeat. It's been a game of swings, I feel like. There have been swinging moments where Chaffey looked very well, and these first couple minutes, Folsom looks very well.
Rivius to kick the free kick here. Fight for the ball. Still tied up between legs. This one.
He's been on top of that one.
Yeah.
He's top of the physical play. He's been calling a great game, and they have been influential in this one, as we've seen other refs been in the past.
Yeah, he's let them play on, even in the tough defensive positions, you know, where they're kind of getting physical over the ball. But, you know, as I think he's sent the wise words of them, and, hey, this is where my line is. I'm not going to have to pull the card out unless I need to. Here comes Chaffey. Shot into the middle. Potentially a long pass over the middle. They still have it. Here comes an attack along the right side. Oof. A fight for the ball, and a well done on the turnaround. Tackle from the rear, no good, and here comes Pratt making a move, and no, another great defensive move by Chaffey. This ball out of bounds. Pratt not able to hold possession. Here comes the throw-in for Chaffey. We'll go take a look at this one more time. Watch this. In real time, Folsom still has the ball, but watch that. Oh, strong. So well done. Free ball over the middle here. Open goal and a potential to score here. Make it 2-0. No. Ball is still free, and it's collected by Clark, who was out of position for a moment, and everybody held their breath.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally. Over here holding our breaths. Insane sequence that we just saw. It's luckily that Folsom's able to go ahead and escape out of this one 2-0, but they're right back on it.
Collected by Clark again.
Giveaway here.
Well, certainly a tactical battle at this stage of the game. Both teams seem to have stagnated a little bit, though I think Folsom has certainly decided their defensive plan so far, and it is a lot better. Physical play over the ball, referee says play on. This one will come out of bounds, and we'll see a throw-in from Chaffey as they will quickly get to it. No handball called there. Another tackle on the ball. Is that Pratt way out of this? No, she's near side.
The reason why I feel also, too, we've seen such an entertaining second half and game overall, we've seen the long balls kind of stop.
Yeah.
Right, we've seen the ball rolling a lot more on the ground, a lot more give and goes from both teams, and it's been entertaining soccer because of that.
I think that the tactical side of this has become way more entertaining. And this ball immediately given away, and here comes the pass over to the middle. Potentially a shot on a free goal as the defenders immediately collapse in, and look at that defensive work from Chaffey. It wasn't impressive looking, but they just collapsed onto the ball, and everybody was in the right position. My goodness. The attack from Folsom stifled for now, as it will be a throw-in. And Chaffey not able to complete a counter here. They didn't have any numbers to begin with.
Yeah, and that needs to be quicker. So that mistake is given away from Chaffey in the defensive end. They want to go ahead and get a quick shot. Take a second or two to think about it too long. They will hover over you, the Chaffey defense, and that's exactly what happened.
Folsom in the midfield. Look at that midfield line. They got 5 people in the midfield here for Chaffey, and I think this is a defensive play tactically. 4 in the back, 5 in the midfield as this ball comes up towards goal, and Jessica Collins, who hasn't had much work to do tonight to begin with, will collect the ball again. But look at that, 5 in the midfield for Chaffey, and it seems like maybe park the bus is the defensive strategy here. Can they hold out for 32 more minutes?
That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time. Not my choice of tactics, but if it works, it works. And so far, it's been working. But we haven't seen so much, like you mentioned, of the goalkeeper. Folsom has to go ahead and get a lot more shots on goal. Just like we saw Pratt take one, a lot more of that, or else time's going to be ticking. It's going to get harder to get the equalizer.
Folsom Lake on the attack again. You don't see really much urgency, it doesn't seem like, from Chaffey. They almost seem relaxed on the defensive side. They have 5 forward here. Pratt on a fight for the ball. She is on sides here. Into the corner. What is going to happen? And a goal kick is what is the call from the referee. My goodness, that is maybe the worst case scenario.
Yeah. She cornered herself into that corner. No one in her vicinity that she could leave the ball to. So they, like I mentioned, as soon as there's 3 of them right on top of them defensively for Chaffey, and they got a goal kick. Very well done there.
It didn't seem like there was any support whatsoever for Pratt, as she was all the way in the corner and nobody else was coming to try and maybe be a body in the way.
Well, they got 30 minutes. 30 minutes and change here to go ahead and change the script, or else Chaffey's going to be moving on here.
Small passes here for Chaffey. And a whistle. Free kick coming to Chaffey. A little bit more physical. And again, this goes back to what you're saying, Jose, is the referee has been really good about calling. And this is too much, this is not enough, to warrant when his whistle goes to his mouth.
Yeah, that's been a smooth game. Yeah. Smooth game, enjoyable game. Exactly what you want to see off official in this state championships.
Here comes the long free kick. Plenty of leg into it, but it will be out of bounds. Goal kick here.
Yeah, Chaffey defense, like you've mentioned, they seem calm. They seem like they're not under pressure, but as the time ticks, we'll see if any defensive in their back. We've seen them correct defensive errors, but one opportunity for Folsom could be one that ties it up.
Well, I think what comes to mind is the question of when is head coach of the Chaffey Panthers, Grace Cooper, going to potentially maybe switch things up and have her defense start pushing up and maybe put a little bit more pressure on to get that 2-0 lead. Touch pass forward and maybe good, but well defended by the defensive line, and Chaffey able to turn it over again as they will continue to have more possession time on the ball in the defensive half of their own field, but it doesn't look like there's any pressure from Folsom whatsoever. And that begs the question, do you need to bring up that extra offensive player if you don't have the worry about Folsom Lake scoring?
Yeah, time will tell. But so far from what we've seen in the first 15 minutes, I don't think it's going to be enough to just one offensive player at the top.
Well, all it takes is maybe just the left foot of Grace Pratt to come in and send a ball into the top bin.
Yeah.
And that changes your entire tactics. And do you want to let it get to that point? That's the real question, because Chaffey really hasn't shown much on the offensive side of the ball either in this half.
No, not what we saw from the first 30 minutes, I'd say, of the first half, when they were just completely pressuring Folsom, making them uncomfortable, not letting them come touch the ball. It seems like they've put themselves in the back and are looking for plays like this, counterattacks, free kick shots that are going to be dangerous.
That free kick and almost a chance at goal, and maybe a free ball there as Izzy Medina had a chance. Still in Chaffey possession, maybe a chance for a shot on goal here. No, kicked out of bounds. I think I prematurely called that a little bit, but
28 minutes.
28 minutes remaining in this second half.
Just like that, but entertaining. Entertaining back and forth stuff. Also, I mean, they're just one goal away. One goal away to send these possibly into extra time.
Alexa Guzman, throw in just a little bit long. But look at this, coming over and chasing, trying. And that's going to be sent out of bounds, throw in Folsom Lake. I think that's a Rivas.
You need that. You need that. You need to go ahead and show also not only Folsom that you're still awake, you're still there the physical-wise, but you also go ahead and show all your other teammates that, hey, this isn't over yet. We have to go ahead and be on our complete toes 1,000% of the time here.
Yeah, a little bit of urgency potentially, but a dangerous free kick going to be given to Chaffey, as I think that was an ill-advised challenge here. Watch this again. That was very close.
It's like she gets the ball, gets the player.
Yeah, she gets a little bit of both.
More, gets a little bit more of the player than the ball, but 50-50 in my eyes.
Yeah. I could have seen that as a play on. Two girls in the wall here. A free kick in a dangerous zone. Here it comes towards the middle of the box. On the ground for now in a dangerous position, and look at that. You're going to have two players on the ground. Referee says play on. Nope, he says goal kick. Your time has expired. Goodbye.
Adios. But I can tell you what, they've been practicing it throughout the week. You could tell these free kick long balls, and they've been working. corner kick, free kick. They got the goal. It almost seems like it's being written up that they're going to get possible another free kick and extend the lead here.
Chaffey clears it out towards midfield.
So far, I tell you what, Murray, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing from Chaffey. We said, are they going to park the bus? Are they not? It seems like they haven't. They are pushing numbers. They're still going forward. They're trying to go ahead and extend the lead. They know that this one lead could evaporate in a heartbeat. So far, loving the tactics. In my eyes, was way too early to go ahead and park the bus.
Yeah. Well, whistle. Advantage Folsom, but they don't have the numbers for it. It's like you see the pressure coming in. That's 3 across the midfield, and 2 in the attacking half. It's interesting. Maybe they're just deciding that they need the defensive numbers back, and they can't concede another goal here on counterattack. But you got to have more numbers than that when they're defensively lining up with almost 9 players in the defensive half of the field. That is Chaffey.
Yeah, it's almost as if the head coach doesn't want to go ahead and just completely take his whole tactics, what he had throughout the whole game. But like you mentioned, the time is ticking, and those tactics have to come here sooner rather than later.
Certainly curious.
But also, if you're Chaffey, I mean, you want to go ahead and get Medina more involved here in this second half, because you're not going to go ahead and just be dependable as well on the free kicks, the corner kicks. You eventually have to go ahead and create a play to get yourself possibly up 2-0.
Man, just look at the offense right there. Just in this own play, nobody really seems to have any sense of urgency here in the second half for Chaffey. And that was where did that pass go?
Yeah.
You know, I suppose you have the player in the way, but realistically, it was right by her, and she didn't even blink at it.
And those tiny errors that could possibly lead to a counterattack, a goal, a tie, anything like that here in the state championships. Luckily for Folsom, I mean, they have the time. They have the time to go ahead and get one in the back of the net, 23 minutes. But like we said in the first half, the time is ticking for them, and it's going to be a tough one as time hits double zeros, as it gets close to hitting double zeros in this one.
Well, a throw in here. Don't know if she has the arms to get it all the way into the middle of the box, but definitely a chance for them to set up a play of some sort. Fight for the ball. Won by Folsom. Cross into the middle, and this is defended well for now, but a free chance. Here we go, potentially an offensive play here for Folsom. An open goal potentially, and a play with tough defense and no call from the referee.
50,
you hear the roar of the crowd, and the referee says play on as Olivia Chemienti was muscled off the ball in the box. I mean, that was some heavy contact. Watch this.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Muscled is
That is
the
muscle off the
correct
ball.
word.
My goodness.
Body. That's all that is
Yeah.
right there. Body and the need and want to get to it first, right? And kudos to the Folsom player. I mean, we've seen it before. The dramatics in soccer, they go down asking for the PK, but the referee on top of that one.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Chemienti. Well passed over the middle. Maybe a chance to set up another play. She fell over for a second there. And this one passed right into the feet of Julia Galdamez. We have a player down for Chaffey now. and she is holding her leg, and we hear screams from the other pitch, and I believe it was 2-0. I don't know if that was a shot to potentially put a team back into contention. I can't see for now. It's still 2-0, so that was a maybe 3-0.
How about setting a couple goals this way? Huh?
Yeah,
There's 3 on that side, possibly.
I would appreciate it. I would love to hear a golazo maybe one time.
Yeah. There's still time. We still got about 20 minutes left. But so far from what I've seen, Chaffey in the last minute or two in positions, they're not sound defensively that they were. We saw in the first 45 minutes and into the second half. Yeah. And they look like they're about to commit an error any second here, and it's up to Folsom to change that.
It looks tired.
Yeah, that's the word.
And I'm not trying to say that in an offensive manner. I really mean it. It doesn't look like it's quick reaction, and it doesn't look like there's any fast response. Here comes the cross in, and potentially dangerous ball. It's on sides, and Chimienti almost had a chance. And this ball thrown in by goalkeeper Jessica Collins, and it was almost timed up perfectly by Alexia Chavez. Chimienti now back on the ball again for Folsom. Here comes the attack from the right side. Maybe Folsom Lake has a chance here. Muscled off the ball, and here comes the corner kick. Or no, goal kick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 50-50 ball all the way to the end. And very well defended by Chaffey and to get a goal kick with a little less than 20 to go.
And Jessica Collins set to do her job. But Folsom Lake now been forward a number of times, but shots on goal continues to be the stat of the day for Folsom Lake. 2 shots on goal, 2 shots total.
Yeah. 2 shots total against Chaffey's 13. It's not going to get it done here if you want to go ahead and advance.
Yeah.
Oh,
a beautiful turnaround. Here she goes with time. Pass towards the right side, trying to find Chimienti. Haven't seen Grace Pratt forward in a while here.
Yeah, after that shot she took with the left, that she had the shot that kind of went across.
I don't even know if I see her on the pitch. That brings up the question, are my live stats correct?
Yeah.
Yazzie. Pass backwards. Well read. Oof. Tackle. Give away to Chaffey, and here comes Chaffey on the counterattack. Maybe this can wake them up a little bit here. Fight for the ball. Adalpe tries to pass it forward. She's still on the ball now. Falls over. Referee silently blows his whistle.
Oh, other way. Here we go.
Other way. Okay.
At first I was like, not sure if that was a foul. I'm not sure how he went the other way, but he's the one that has the whistle. He's the one that's in charge.
Okay, it's official. Pratt has been subbed off now. Yeah. I'm sorry. I was waiting for my stats to update. She was the last sub off. But they are missing. Did somebody get a red card that I didn't know about?
No, big clean game.
Yeah, that's what the live stats are really messing with me here. I'm sorry. I need to pay attention to the field.
Oof. We might see one here.
Yeah, maybe a card, and the referee is reaching into his pocket, and here it
comes.
Why did I say I shouldn't have said anything?
Happy with you here.
Oh, no.
I mean, we sit here, we talk about broadcasters' curses, and the thing is another thing. I mean, it's a thing. Like, we're just here. We're talking about no cards, and as soon as that, on cue.
Well, the girl who subbed on for Pratt is Leia Alva, and almost immediately draws the card.
I mean, it's been a clean game so far, but that will get you a card.
You can't really do that. So the first card of the game going to Alva. Oh. And we have a slip onto the turf there in the back end.
Yeah, I didn't see them watering it in the half, so
yeah,
might be the mist coming in the night that is making a bit slippery down there.
If my recollection is correct, it does get a little bit wet out here.
Yeah,
it's been a little bit since we've been here, 2 years. And we're finally making the return for the 3C2A Men's and Women's Soccer State Championship here at Mount San Antonio College, presented by the Bay Area Online Sports Network.
Great weekend for soccer.
Yeah. And if you're just joining us, man, we have a lot more coming up. We have a men's game coming up next. Don't go anywhere. The women's games are currently going on the other side. Well, what feels like the world here. Cypress and Consumnes River. I believe that's a 3-0 scoreline to the advantage of Cypress. I'll get that updated for you in a minute here. Oh. Chance on goal! Defended well. And tip your hat to Jessica Collins.
Wow. I mean,
and the ball is now sitting right behind me. It's behind me over here as we're waving.
It's getting the action for
and
Emery.
My goodness.
we all heard the chants here from the folks. Keep.
Yeah.
She held herself a bit too
Watch
long.
how brave this is, though.
And then, I gotta come out.
Goodness comes out and puts her body in the line. My goodness.
Oof.
Holy cow.
I mean,
that's just scary.
It's at that point, if you're the striker, the goals just get smaller and smaller and smaller, and bam. We're still 1-0.
Well done by the defensive line.
Yeah,
that back four from Chaffey has just been Johnny on the spot, should I say.
Yeah,
every single time. Well tackled.
Yeah.
Pass over to the left side. This one over the top. Onsides now. Coming out of the safety of her net. This is Jessica Collins.
We mentioned a couple minutes ago she hadn't been tested throughout the night. And, I mean, just a minute ago, she was as biggest test as she's going to see so far tonight. And that's probably the biggest save so far.
And here comes the counterattack. And in time was Ashley Cunningham. And that's a name we have not said in quite a while over here.
She's able to get back there defensively and poke that one out in the last second. We're also talking 1v1 here for Chaffey, but 12 minutes and change to go. It looks like this is heading Chaffey's way.
Chaffey with the corner kick now. This has the potential to put this game 2-0 up. 12 minutes and 37 seconds to go in this half. Here comes the cross in. Dangerous ball in front of the goal and handled well by Reese Clark.
We hear the gas from the crowd. I'll let you go on this one as a counterattack.
Counterattack again. Here comes Folsom along the right side. They have some numbers moving forward, and here comes Folsom Lake as they're trying to keep the ball in bounds here. Last one to touch was Folsom. Pass backwards. Here it comes. This one off the face of Julia Galdamez. Jimmy Enti fighting for the ball, and this one out of bounds. Throw in for Folsom. Here comes the throw in from Cunningham. Well, so far the defense of Chaffey has been solid, but can it remain in the final throwing minutes of this game?
It seems like now they're probably looking to go ahead and park the bus. Wouldn't recommend it, but
all
the
numbers.
Way they defended so well tonight, I wouldn't put it past them.
Oh, here comes potentially a counter and a brave slide tackle. Oh man, I think that was Andrea Hernandez of Folsom Lake. Potentially saving the day here. Long pass along the left side. Handled. Inbounds. Folsom still has it. 11 minutes is a long time, and it will feel like an eternity if you're a Chaffey fan for now. Folsom trying to break the ice here. Cleared out by Jessica Collins. Well, we'll have a little bit of stoppage time, as this one's stolen away.
See more urgency out of Folsom. Seems like they're just playing just the regular games to look for a tie, but the urgency needs to happen now as we're heading into 10 minutes left.
This will have to go to extra time. If you're looking just to score one here, and at that point, how do you win that game? Oh, beautiful move. In the middle, shot towards goal, just over the crossbar.
Why not?
Got to make something happen. Yeah. And Kamaya Yazi says, I'll do that. I like what she has done here.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful move.
That was the right decision in my eyes. Take the shot. There haven't been that many opportunities for you to throughout the game. Why not go ahead and strike one and see if you put it in the back of the net?
Well, and anything, just try to test.
Yeah.
Jessica Collins.
Well, they're knocking. They're knocking, and they're trying to make things happen on the full. So you can't go ahead and hold them accountable for not trying, but they need to go ahead and make something happen soon rather than later.
Chimienti definitely trying to do that. All in the midfield here. No one's clear possession yet. Yazi makes a move with her head, and she was able to get it forward, but this one's well read by the back line of Chaffey. Coming along the left side is Alexa Guzman. Guzman sends it long all the way up the pitch to Isabella Santamaria. Makes a move, cuts inside. And a fight for the ball. Again, headed towards midfield as we have another player down for Chaffey, and this is going to add more stoppage time as we're at 7:57 and everything is counting down.
Dangerous spot free kick here for Chaffey, but on the defensive end, what we've seen from Naomi Rivas has been great. She was able to go ahead and clear that one out of danger. Also, it's going to be 1v1 with the goalie, and now there you see a free kick heading on the opposite side of the field. So if it's now or never also for Chaffey, put this one away, and we're talking about nail in the coffin.
Naomi Rivas on the ball, potentially to send it to a 2-0. Shot right into the hands of Reese Clark. This one skied up towards the moon. The ball is bouncing around midfield. Folsom trying to organize an attack here. No. Chimienti. Fight on the ball. Tough tackle. Chimienti has to keep it inbounds, does. Another slide in. She keeps possession. Shot towards the middle of the goal. This one just off the mark. A shot again towards the goal in this one.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Right into the hands of Jessica Collins, and Chaffey holding on by a thread here. 6:43 counting down.
It's going to be a fun last couple of minutes in this one. Buckle up for a lot of back and forth soccer here as Folsom's looking to go ahead and get a tie.
Well, the tie will send it to overtime.
Great stuff from Cunningham.
Yeah, Folsom has really cleaned up their game on the defensive side, though I don't know if Chaffey is really bringing their numbers forward.
Oof, they might here.
Just as a point of emphasis, maybe.
But
Here comes the counter, falling over the ball, and Medina is looking for the whistle, and the referee gives one. We'll have a free kick in the middle of the field.
The danger of here, this is you send a little too much numbers up top, then you know you put yourself in that defensive errors where you could go ahead and put too many numbers up top and you're caught sleeping.
Rivas. Kick in towards goal. This one handled well. Clark. None to worry. Is getting down to the waning moments of the game.
Yeah, less than 5 to go here. Everything to play for both these teams. It's going to be entertaining to see Folsom in the complete attack in the dying moments and continue to see the great defensive display so far here for Chaffey.
Folsom with a throw-in right around midfield.
And it's now or never to send numbers up top for if you're Folsom.
Ball at the top of the box. Fight for it. Chimienti turns around, crosses. Oh! Goal! An equalizer with 4 minutes remaining. Folsom Lake able to make it all even. Oh my goodness, can you believe it? Olivia Chimienti crosses it over.
Mayhem here in Mount San Antonio. Folsom is able to go ahead and tie it with less than 4 minutes to go. Explosion of emotions throughout here, and it's just 1-1. Great stuff, great header.
Reyes with a beautiful header.
Love it.
My goodness gracious. 1 goal for Reyes, 1 goal for Bowen. And Chaffey and Folsom are all even with 3 minutes remaining in this matching. Jose, what we were talking about, maybe too much time on the defensive side for Chaffey.
Yeah, too much time, and it just takes one opportunity. It was just that error, that quick error she was able to get to it.
The turnaround is just spectacular from Chimienti. Watch this, just nice little pop in towards the edge of the post, and there was absolutely nothing that Collins could do about it.
Perfect cross, look at that. Just the way she curved it back, the way she got under it to get that elevation in exactly the way she wanted it to go.
Right under her toe, and a tough battle over midfield and maybe a second chance. Can Folsom Lake put themselves ahead? Time to kick! It will go just wide! It's touched just barely, and it will be a corner kick as it was deflected out of bounds by Chaffey, and we have a player down for Folsom Lake, and my goodness.
Wow.
That is going to be a moment that I think Folsom wants back.
Yeah. She gets there just right on time to get on shot, not on goal. I'm not sure I see a deflection for this to be a corner kick, but either way, they get a corner kick. Does Folsom player on the ground? But I mean, we said it, folks. Entertaining back and forth in the last couple of minutes, and they have not deceived in this one. 1-1.
So 1-1 as we have a player down.
That momentum's completely on Folsom now. On Folsom side, take another look at the replay here. Go. Oof.
And we're looking for, well, we have the Folsom goal.
Exactly the way you're supposed to cross a ball, exactly the way you're supposed to header a ball, strong on the ground. Nothing the goalkeeper was going to do there to stop that. Boom.
Yeah, it was really nothing Collins could do. She was standing on her line basically where she had to be, as we have the player off the pitch now, and I don't know if there was a proper substitute that's going to be made That was Kamaya Yazi, who has been part of that spark plug for this offense. She has a couple shots, none on goal, but she did have that one that sailed over the crossbar that was in a dangerous position. Here comes the cross in from the corner. Headed away, and Chaffey able to get away from the pressure for now. But that was almost 2 goals in just about as much time as we will be headed towards stoppage time here in the final minute of regulation.
It's unfortunate. I mean, Chaffey defensively played a great game for 86 minutes.
Yeah.
And then for the last 4, they have just been completely bombarded for Folsom side, and they gave up that 1-0 lead.
Can Chaffey get any momentum here? Here they go on the counterattack. Potentially a game-ending goal here. Shot right into goal, and Reese Clark handles it well.
You smell that? Smells like extra time. Smells just like it's brewing.
I think you might be right, Jose. I hope. You doesn't love free soccer. That's all I got to say.
Free soccer. It's the best type of soccer there is out there, unless one of these two teams, I mean, it should be a couple of minutes possibly added on, 1 or 2 with the goal here. But other than that,
we've had 2 injuries in this half. It will be certainly interesting, maybe 3 or 4 minutes added as extra time. I would be surprised if the referee called it any sooner than that, but of course, you never know.
They're the ones in charge here.
The mysteries of the referee's stopwatch. Tough play on the ball, referee calls his whistle.
I mean, if you're winning every single time, that's way too much time.
Yeah, way too much.
If you're not, that's a little too much time. Either way, it's going to be a fun last couple of minutes here.
Well, if you are just coming back to the stream, just letting you know, we are not at the end of the game, or the clock isn't broken. We are in stoppage time here at the second half, and it may be, just as you said, smelling like a little bit of extra time or overtime. If Chaffey can maybe end things here on a goal that would go ahead.
Yeah, calm on this one. They just
seems like they're pressing it out
away, and then they had the time to go ahead, possibly come out touching, but they want no part of this one.
Referee blows his whistle, and we will head to overtime here at Mount San Antonio College. 1-1 here on the Bay Area Online Sports Network. You're watching the 3C2A Women's Soccer State Championship. This is the semifinals. Folsom, Chaffey, don't go anywhere. We're headed to overtime. Well, 2 goals scored in regulation. We have Chelsea Bowen and Taya Reyes. Here's the goal from the first half. This is Chaffey.
The sun was still out at that time.
Yeah, the sun was still out. Believe it or not, the first goal of tonight's activities. As we are getting underway, 15 minutes in extra time. There will be a shootout if they haven't. Just another update. Guys, if you don't know, on the other half of the field, there's the second half of this tournament, which is just summed up. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the Cypress Chargers just moved on to the championship Sunday. I can't talk because our producer and owner Mike Zapata is standing right in front of us, making all kinds of faces of like, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe that happened." 1-1 is the scoreline here in extra time. We are almost to 14 minutes as we will have a throw in on the edge of the box. And at this point, you just asked me off air, who do you think has it? I don't even know if I can give you an educated guess on this one. This is whoever makes the first mistake, I really believe.
I mean, it was even. First half of, in the first half, we saw, Chaffey controlling, dominating for about 30, 40 minutes. And the second half, I would say the latter part of 20 minutes of the second half, it was all Folsom, and they were able to go ahead and get an agonizing goal. I mean, if they don't take their foot off the pedal here, I see them going ahead and getting out of here with a win. If they do, and Chaffey goes ahead and plays the way they play in the first half, it could be a Chaffey win. Top 21.
Yeah, I think that's well broken down. It's a matter of going into this extra time, who's going to carry the momentum. Chaffey just didn't seem like they were able to organize an attack, and now it's necessary. And after spending all that time playing defensively, it might be hard to start figuring out how this team is playing on defense, as Folsom has been very good at moving the ball forward now for the last, say, 45 minutes. That's all they have been doing. So,
and here they come again.
Ooh, a late challenge on the ball. Referee blows his whistle. I don't see a card out, but that's definitely going to get a talkie, too. As you can see, he's in pursuit, and I'm sure a couple words slipped out of his mouth of, maybe not next time.
Yeah.
Free kick here for Chaffey.
And 1 yellow card here tonight. It's been a clean game. Both, I mean, even on the players on the pitch, they're not arguing with each other, and like you would typically see on a game of this magnitude. It's been clean, and they know exactly what they're there for.
Yeah, these girls are obviously very composed in this at this stage, and there's a reason why these teams are here. They've battled and they've fought, and they've done a very good job. Thus far, this has been a very exciting game. It's a 1-1 scoreline.
We're in overtime.
We're in overtime, and we're in overtime for a reason.
We're overtime. Anything can happen. It's up for grabs for both these teams, but it's going to be an important first 15 minutes of this one to see if we get any goals, and if we don't, are these teams are going to go ahead and strategically just go ahead and try to go play it smart and go to penalties and play conservatively, or go for it and try to get a goal.
Fight over the ball, and that's going to warrant the whistle. Folsom will regain possession. Destin Armstrong to kick it away. Oh, well picked out pass. Yeah. And these are the passes we were talking about that were making them so successful in that second half with their attack. Here comes a long pass forward, and there is just a lone girl forward for Folsom Lake, and just a little bit too much. So I'm trying to read a number. Folsom Lake chose the smallest numbers on the back of these jerseys. I believe it's 13. Which, if memory serves
to go
me
against
correct.
The broadcast team.
Yeah, it was to fight with me. Winter Redican. She is subbed in. She's played 13 games today. None started. But she has 3 goals on the season. "67 goals on the season to this point for Folsom Lake. Make that 68 now here in the playoffs.
68 and possibly looking for more. I mean, both these teams right now, you don't want to go to PKs. PKs is just a coin flip, could go either way. Put it away here early if you are both any of these teams. But as time keeps ticking, those PKs are looming.
And then at that point, you just have to ask a million different questions of how does that even work?
Yeah. I mean, these head coaches already have, I'm just going to be way ahead of this, a list of players just in case it gets to that point. Obviously hoping that it doesn't.
Here comes the cross. I didn't know. Did you hear if it was golden goal rules or not? We have a whistle at the very top of the box.
Yeah.
And I see the marking foam. Is that in the arc?
It's right in the half moon.
Oh.
Right in the half moon. I think he saw a handball.
Yeah.
Possibly. I don't
Do
believe
we
it's
have a
over.
replay
It's
of that?
a golden goal.
I don't believe it's a golden goal situation. I'm looking over at my producer, Mike, to maybe get some confirmation on that.
But getting a goal here might just be as good as that.
Yeah, at this point, 9 minutes remaining in this, and here we go.
Danger looming.
Yeah. Here comes the shot.
Oh!
Over the top! Off the crossbar, into the back of the goal! Folsom Lake! They were able to do it!
Oh, my
goodness! Falcons!
Mayhem. The fans are going wild here for Folsom, and what a comeback if there ever is one. 2-1. Shot hits the crossbar. It's up in the air for what, about 2-3 minutes?
It seemed like it just never came down.
An eternity, and once it does, they're able to go ahead and just put that into the back of the net. 2-1 Folsom. Wow.
My goodness. And here comes Folsom again with a little bit more energy.
Yeah.
And nobody's remembering the first half at this point, as Chaffey is now fighting tooth and nail to get some sort of possession because they haven't had it in the second half, and now in extra time.
They're out of sync. We talked about playing a perfect 86 minutes defensively and overall sounded team for Chaffey. And in the 86th minute, they were able to give up that lead, and now they're down 2-1 in this one. And it's going to be a tough one for Chaffey to go ahead and change that momentum, swing back their way, and possibly fit this one to be 3-2.
So Chloe Faleo from Folsom Lake, the goal scorer, and the one who has made it all even here, or check that, broken the all even here in extra time.
There's still time.
There's still plenty of time, and I believe this is 2 periods of extra time.
Yeah.
I may be wrong.
Yeah, 2 periods of extra time, 15 minutes each. So there's still whatever is left in this first half, and the remaining 15 to see if Chaffey could go ahead and flip the script once again.
This game is certainly not over. 7 minutes remaining here in the first period of overtime. Folsom Lake now with a little bit more energy as Vallejo on the ball now. Passes it back towards midfield. And you can tell there's a little bit more speed with Folsom Lake's game here.
Yeah, confidence.
Yeah,
they feel good about
they're
themselves.
passing the ball well. And Chaffey able to muscle the ball off here.
And that's what they can't do, and give the ball away in those areas.
And the Panthers really good on the counterattack in the first half. Can they recreate some magic here? No, this one's sent out of bounds, and we'll see a throw in. As I'm sure we'll be seeing a tactical difference from Chaffey coming up here in the next few moments. I don't want to necessarily sound maybe worried for Folsom, but I will say this is also the potential to go completely the other way for Chaffey as they start slightly applying more and more pressure here, and you see him kind of controlling the ball a little bit more as we'll go back to that fateful moment where Folsom was able to go up 2-1. Look at that, off the crossbar, and here comes the header in.
Goalkeeper, yeah, she could have done better. Go out, punch that out the way.
Yeah.
Seems she had a little second of hesitation there, and it ends up being costly as it's a 2-1 lead for Folsom.
This one well out of bounds. Reese Clark.
And now this starts into play.
Yeah.
Time wasting. Yeah. We've seen it a lot of times where that ends up backfiring. Official ends up giving extra time here and there, and that ends up being costly. But if you're Folsom, I mean, don't take your foot off the pedal here. Go at them. Get the third goal. We've seen what happens when you decide to go ahead defensively, what Chaffey did. They gave up the tie, and now they're looking the other way and possibly going home.
Attack coming here from Chaffey on the right side. And at this point, the tactical battle has slowly dissolved, and I'm sure Reese Clark, standing in her own goal for Folsom Lake, feeling a little bit better about herself with that 2-1 lead.
2-1 lead, but, I mean, they're on their toes. They know that this is far from over. Still a whole half to go and be played, and that could evaporate in a second.
Absolutely. Throw in here. Chaffey keeps it for now. So it looks like Chaffey's just trying to decide where their personnel need to be, and gives up. Turnaround shot on goal, and this one collected well by Clark. No stress at all whatsoever. Can Folsom keep up the energy from the goal, or will Chaffey be able to dissolve it here, as they've kept it in the offensive half for themselves a little bit here. And well done, tackle from behind. Not enough to keep possession. Now they have it now. Here comes Chaffey looking to counter as they have a player down for Folsom, and Folsom starting to have a little bit of issues on that end.
Yeah.
And that may start to become potentially an issue for Folsom, as they got to keep players on the pitch. No support here, and Folsom might be on the counter. Whistle blown, and a free kick coming in by way of Folsom. They've taken advantage once on the free kick. Watch this.
Yeah. Just swoops right under her.
Yeah. Goddard just comes in. I mean, I appreciate the fact that she's bringing energy into her defensive play. Here comes the free kick.
Energy. Danger here. Danger.
Very much. Very much so. Here comes the free kick into the box. Headed away safely. Not totally out of danger now. We do have a throw-in coming in. And don't go anywhere. If you're a soccer fan, we have men's games right around the corner after this one. On the opposite side, well, you can see yourself. Santa Rosa College.
Yeah, Evergreen
Valley. We will be right there on the other side.
Yeah.
We're going to have to make the great crusade across to the other pitch.
Wish us luck. We're going to be traveling deep across town into the other field.
Into the other field.
It's going to be a great one. It's going to be a great weekend of soccer here. So if you're out here in Southern California area, Mount Sac, make your way out here.
And who has a date set with Cyprus? That's the real question.
Yeah.
Off the bar! The post playing goalkeeper here for Chaffey. Folsom on the attack again.
I mean, there's a great amount of crowd here, and I think every single one of us was caught off guard on that one.
Header over into the middle. Can Folsom put something together here, as it's a tough battle for the ball? Watch that. Muscles her off, and here comes Chaffey on the counterattack. Long ball across the field, but it's going to be in numbers for Folsom. And out of bounds, here comes the throw in for Folsom.
I'm sick, and we see the Folsom faithful cheering on their team.
I love it.
They know they're right there. They're a couple of minutes away from a date in the state championship game here.
With Cyprus,
Yeah.
I think, did their part in dispatching.
They got balloons. They got vuvuzelas. Balloons, vuvuzelas, noisemakers, everything to go ahead and cheer on the Folsom girls here who are just a step away from being in the championship game.
And we are down to extra time here in the first half of stoppage. A free kick potentially to draw things even here for Chaffey. I wouldn't be surprised. They were really good on the free kick in the first half. Do they have a little bit of that magic left here? It's right in that danger zone. Free kick in from Rivas. Headed away, but not totally out of danger yet. No! A dangerous shot across. And I think that was Alexa Guzman who got to the ball first. And that was going to be deflected out of bounds. And here comes, I believe, the corner now from the opposite side. So another set piece for Chaffey, and that could potentially...
Rivas has been great sending these crosses, so she is a danger every time she curves one in.
Leslie Adalpe to take the corner here. This one, a little bit short, not totally out of danger yet. It's a header ball for now. This one skied up, and it's going to be over the goal. And a goal kick, as that is the last play, says referee. And we will head into the second period of overtime here in just a moment. You're watching the Men's and Women's Soccer State Championship here on the Bay Area Online Sports Network. Well, Jose, I don't think I could have said it any better myself. Get me into the dance. That is the golden word here. 15 minutes standing between Folsom and potentially going to that dance. Chaffey holding on, but only by a thread for now. Do they have what it takes to keep this thing going and maybe go into a shootout, or can they end it here? It would take 2 goals in this second period of extra time, and we are underway. 15 minutes to go, everybody, and I hope you are enjoying our presentation of Women's 3C2A Soccer State Championships. This is the semifinals. The final date will be set on Sunday, so make sure you stay tuned for that action, and it will be a date with the Cypress Chargers. Another Southern team, and Chaffey being the other representative from the South. Maybe they can see some familiar faces over there. That's something to fight for. Fight for your pride of your school in the South.
It has to happen now.
And here comes the counterattack from Chaffey now. Do they have possession? They lose it just barely. As Folsom doesn't look like they're really light on their feet right now. They were a little bit flat-footed on that first attack from Chaffey. Do well of getting away from it and right into the feet of Taya Goyden. The attack here from Connor over the crossbar.
Oof. Great shot. I want to see more involvement here from Medina. She is an essential part of the offense. Look at the shot go over the crossbar.
Cotter just.
More of that. More of that.
Medina, Cotter, those are their 2 strong power legs. Not that everybody else doesn't have the ability, but, really the sparks of this offense so far tonight. Or Chelsea Brown from that back line. It seems like a long time ago. Oh, strong connection, referee.
Our second yellow.
Blows his whistle, and here comes the yellow card. Oh, immediately. Wow. Look at the contact here. This is just smackdown.
Yeah. Took her down as soon as she felt that contact. It's going to be a free kick restart for Folsom. I was going to see if she gets the distance.
I'm sorry. Well, I think what I was thinking was it was going to be a call on the contact. It's a call on the handball from Chelsea Brown. But live on pay-per-view was the words that were in my head, and I was really trying to get it out. When they promote the fights, live pay-per-view. Sunday. Well, that's where we're trying to get Sunday here. Here comes Chaffey on the counterattack. Pass on into the middle, but it's going to be picked up by Folsom and sent over the middle. Maybe Folsom has a chance. Not enough speed on the ball here. As they turn around and need to clear it away. And not quite yet. Here comes a shot towards the corner of the goal over the crossbar, and a beautiful save. My goodness, Jessica Collins just prevents it from going 3-1.
What a
Holy
save.
Cow.
What a shot as well. In my head, I'm like, shoot it, why not?
Yeah.
And she did exactly that. Timed it perfectly. Great shot and a better save.
No traffic in front of the goal either, right in front. Oh, my gosh,
save.
if she was not able to get up there, that was a goal for sure. Corner kick coming for Folsom, and they are not stopping and playing any sort of defense. It is all offense from Folsom here in this second half of extra time. 11:36 to go in the second half. May they try to extend here.
They smell blood, so they're coming for it.
Corner kick coming. Into the box. This one a little bit short. Free ball into the back. And it is going to be cleared out to the rear. Taya Guiden was able to get it out, and here comes the attack again. Touch pass in the middle. Player on the ground, and no. Ball is going to be kicked away. Still in possession of Folsom. Tricky dribbling. And Addison Barnum was trying to figure out exactly where Isabella Santamaria was going with the ball, but excellent work. You can tell just the skill level of these players by the way that they're playing with the ball at their feet. It's really something else.
The passing, the cuts, everything it's well sounded. There's a reason why they're here in the Final Four looking to go ahead and get a date into that final dance.
Oh, watch this. Just a little bit too
like
early, I think.
Under her.
Yeah, just a little bit too early, but my gosh. A dangerous moment again. 2 back-to-back.
10 minutes. They got 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Chaffey here.
And Chaffey really needs to pick up their pace if they want to take it to penalty shots.
Folsom fans don't want to hear this. I mean, but for the drama, let's go to PKs.
Yeah, let's go to PKs. We want it. We need it.
Yeah, you know, they're heated up and warmed up down there. We want to go ahead and feel the same heat.
Yeah, I want to. I really. Maybe counterattack here. No. Still strong on the ball defensively as Ashley Cunningham turns around. A little bit mishandled. And that one certainly is. Ball in possession of Chaffey here. Here comes the attack from Leslie Adalpe, and the ball is free again, and Folsom will regain possession.
It's like tired legs out there.
Isabella Santamaria fighting for the ball. Whistle. Advantage Chaffey, and we will have a set piece coming. And just like we were talking about, Naomi Rivas, she's done a great job of delivering the ball into the free kicks.
We're going to need another exceptional cross here from Rivas if they want to go ahead and get a tie in this one.
Well, she certainly has the leg for it. Here comes the players forward. Rivas, ball in. A couple numbers forward, looking for the header. Ball on the ground, into the hands. My goodness. Reese Clark potentially makes the biggest save of the game.
I mean, green light, right? As soon as the ball lands right in front of her, saw the green light, took a swing at it, and shoots it right on the goalie, but great cross by Rivas.
Spectacular save from Clark.
I mean, anywhere else that goes in.
Oh. And Rivas could not have done a better job of getting that ball into the danger zone. The danger is not over. Here comes Chaffey again. Another fight for the ball. Maria makes contact. Here it comes at the top of the box. Folsom not able to clear it out just yet. Cunningham able to clear it, and that's exactly what they needed to do. Choose some time off the clock. 8 minutes and 10 seconds, and here comes potentially the counter from Folsom. Folsom now pressing the attack around midfield. Maybe a reset coming. No, they'll continue up the pitch, and it will be into the feet of Chaffey, but not out of danger yet. Folsom trying to put on that full field pressure if they can just to get the field spread out. Force Chaffey to bring players back into defense, but at this point, Chaffey's got to be thinking it's do or die. This ball out of bounds and a throw-in coming for Chaffey.
Called a foul. We'll be right before that.
Yeah. My mistake. I was watching the ball, not listening to the whistle.
But they got 7 minutes. 7 minutes here. It's all that's left, and it's now or never for Chaffey. And, I mean, who would have thought of what we saw from the first half, what we were seeing in the second half, a team that was well-sounded overall defensively. I mean, the wheels came off after that tying goal in the 86th minute.
Well, Chaffey College certainly putting on a performance that is respectable. Can they do something a little bit special here in the final moments? Mia Ramos set to take free kick. Chaffey will get it back. Folsom with the pressure here. Fancy footwork from Goyden. Out of bounds, goal kick.
Again, it's been active in the second half of the overtime, and in overtime in general, just been a fresh set of legs out there that has been very well done for Folsom.
Now, it looks like the script has been slightly flipped from the first half. Folsom just not able to keep possession of the ball in that midfield. Throw in here for Chloe Rodriguez.
And now numbers have been put forward to Rivas. We've seen her on the defensive side. Now has joined the offense.
Cunningham going to be called. Whistle here late in the second part of overtime.
Dangerous now.
Yeah.
Not Rivas.
No. It is not Rivas taking the kick.
No.
So curiously, it's going to be Leslie Adalpe. She's the other free kicker here. This one towards the back of the box. Way too short. This one picked up. I think Chloe Rodriguez misread that. That was not supposed to be her ball. That was supposed to go to Odalpe, and here comes the free ball over the middle. And Rodriguez does not have time. She kicks it away to her goalkeeper. Folsom Lake almost able to score and capitalize on a situation that was horrible, as this ball will land freely into the corner. But my goodness. And here comes the counter potentially. Chaffey able to flip the field. Naomi Rivas on the ball, makes a move, coming down the near side, takes a kick towards that side. Just a little bit too long.
Ooh.
Takes the air out of the room, and that was potentially an equalizer chance there. As you see, it was just a little bit too strong. I think that was Sydney Cotter. Almost there in time.
Oh, the great cross by Rivas. She joins the attack, and it's danger right away. Less than 4 minutes to go. Here we go.
Well, the goalkeeper is still back for now for Chaffey, but it's getting to that point where you might want to start bringing in the extra attacker.
Yeah.
And heavy contact down the left side, and we're going to have the referee, I think, making a call. He called a foul for sure.
I mean, how do you not? Why look at the... Oh, you almost had a replay, but she goes down hard.
Yeah.
Oh, on the ball, too.
Yeah, right on top of the ball. But, you know, what's interesting, you see the path that the Folsom, I couldn't see which number it was, the Folsom player was taking across. She did move into almost the direct line of the ball, which was very wise on her part because it almost forces the contact.
Almost like close your eyes, you know it's coming, take it, and it's a repossession for your team. But it's important to keep that possession, as we see at Chaffey when they put that pressure on, they make Folsom very nervous in the back and they're giving balls away.
Chaffey keeping on the pressure, but the defense of Folsom so far impenetrable, and maybe a chance to have a counter here. Long pass up the middle. Do they have the speed on the ball? No. Jessica Collins kicks it up, but not totally away, and it's still in the danger zone.
Uh-oh.
Almost took a shot there. Was Taya Reyes, who did have a goal. That most important goal to equalize late in the second half. Chaffey running out of time here, almost under 2 minutes.
Yeah, I feel they still could see one good clean look out of this one with 2 minutes to go, but it all depends on Folsom if they give the ball away or maintain possession.
You can see Chaffey is pressing everybody forward now. Only 2 girls back on their defensive line. Here comes the throw-in. Desperation time here at Mount San Antonio. Out of bounds and a throw-in here for Folsom. Well, the clock is stopped officially here at the house. We have the luxury of seeing the real one.
Yeah, a minute left and change, and it seems like this is going to be the final script. 2-1 Folsom, and a date possibly locked into the final.
Not quite over yet, but Folsom has just been so stingy on defense. Strong tackle in. Still a jump ball, almost like nobody knows who's got clear possession. Folsom doing their best to make things confusing in the final minute. And it's a long run backwards as it will be cleared out to Jessica Collins. And maybe one good attack, maybe 2 left in time for Chaffey. The question is, everybody's eyes are now going to be on the referee in the middle of the field. Potentially a counterattack here. No, kicked away.
Official looking at his watch already. I think he might just be ready to call this one.
I think everybody knows what's about to be happening here very, very soon. Not much stoppage time, if at all, left. I think this might be the last offensive play I think he's going to give. And here comes potentially the last play of the game. Oh, gosh.
Drama.
Oh,
you wanted it, they're giving it to you.
Well, a foul on the ball and a free kick coming in.
Everyone is on their feet here.
Yeah, I'm going to be standing up for this one because I want to make sure I have an unobstructed view. This might go to penalty kicks, everybody. But who knows? Free kick coming in. This one is in a good spot, headed away, and potentially a chance to score is going to be stifled for now, and it will be kicked and cleared. Will the referee call his whistle yet? He has not. Maybe one more chance. Ball in. Potentially a chance on goal. Kicked over. Kicked away. And who was the last to touch it? It's going to be a corner kick.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
So we thought it might have been the last play, and it was not.
Everyone holding their breaths here.
Still with life in the final moments of this game. Who is going to hold on?
Rivas short if she wants it for a re-corner, but
here comes the kick in. Headed away. Chaffey was still with offensive possession. This one kicked out of bounds and a throw in for Chaffey as they continue to still have life. Referee looking down at his watch. Only he knows. Ball quickly in play. Turn around, chipped in towards the middle of the box. This one back towards the goal. Still being played by Chaffey. That's Rivas. Ball is in. This one potentially in space and picked up by the goalkeeper, Clark. And the referee blows his whistle. All final here in Mount San Antonio College, and Folsom Lake is going to take it to Championship Sunday. My goodness, what an unbelievable match tonight. This was the first one that we have been able to call on this pitch, and it ends in spectacular fashion as Chaffey not able to hold on. They need to hold their heads high as they come off the pitch, but my goodness, from the hard work of Tia Reyes, Chloe Vallejo, and man, I think every single person who's been on this pitch tonight has their place. Wow. But Ashley Cunningham, an excellent night. I mean, do you have any final thoughts here, Jose, as we get ready to get our final thank yous and out?
Great stuff. Love it. Love it. Overtime final. We can't wait till Sunday.
Very short and sweet. We love it. Well, this is going to do it for our coverage here. You're going to watch all the goals just to wrap things up. Chelsea Bowen able to score the first goal of the day for Chaffey, and the Panthers were able to get up to a 1-0 lead, and they held that all the way till 84 minutes have ticked off the clock here in Mount San Antonio College. And at that point, everybody held their breath and thought it was almost over, and Tia Reyes was able to head the ball in from the beautiful chip from Ashley Cunningham. We'll see that in a second here as we've seen all three angles of the goal now. And here we go. Ashley Cunningham able to chip the ball up and over to the outside. And my goodness, Tia Reyes, just excellent head placement, able to put the ball into the goal. And the final goal of the night will be played in just a moment. But Chloe Vallejo, after the shot right across the crossbar. But on behalf of everybody, my name is Emery Johnson alongside Jose Duran. You're watching the Women's Soccer State Championship here on the Bay Area Online Sports Network. Don't go anywhere, anybody. We have men's soccer coming up and in just a few moments. But we also have the championship on Sunday. Don't go anywhere, everybody. Have a good night.